Oh no!
Alright, folks, back.
You were going to talk to me about Concord.
Yes. One of, if not the biggest gaming disaster since E.T. the video game.
Whoa, that's...
Oh, I know. I'm well aware. I saw a museum quality ET cartridge online for well over $1,000.
Do you remember the one that we found?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the one that they were like, it was cased in concrete.
Well, because they literally buried them in the Nevada desert because they didn't have anything to do with the copies. Which, to be fair, we've not gotten to that point with Concord yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. It's still early, folks.
I just like the fact that they're like, yeah, it was encased in concrete, so it probably doesn't work, but like...
Okay, but like, I can appreciate that as a part of gaming history. I'm not gonna buy it.
Exactly.
Yet, but...
Anyways, you were saying...
But yeah, so Concord. It was Sony's... So Sony announced it with a cinematic trailer earlier this year, and it was supposed to be their Overwatch. And they were banking...
Do they know how that story ended? Do they really want to be...
Well, you see, they were banking a lot on this game. They dropped, like... They plummeted $400 million into this game. They bought the studio outright, so that way they knew they'd have the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying it's gonna be the next Star Wars, the next Lord of the Rings. This is gonna be our like big thing.
It's sounding like Dune to me.
It is. This is gonna be the future of Sony. I don't know. There's this like anthology series coming out on Amazon. That's supposed to be like all about gaming.
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode on Concord coming out for that. And I don't think it's out yet, as far as I'm aware. Comment people, correct me if I'm wrong, and we'll continue this after I do Freddy.
Yeah.
And force it to focus.
Do you want to turn up the volume a bit?
Y-A-X. Hang on. B-Y-A-X. See, I just don't want it to like pick up on the microphone.
Fair enough.
My eyes! My eyes! Gregory, I can't see!
That's better.
I like how they look identical.
Why do everything look washed out?
B-A...
It's in the game.
Y? Oh god, was it A or Y next? I think it was Y. It was A. God damn it. But yeah, so Sony was like hyping this game up so much. It was their like next hero shooter, and it was gonna be their big thing ever.
Oh, it was a big thing, all right.
Oh.
Big piece of shit.
Oh. It was. So everyone looked at the trailer and thought, man, that looks like the most generic AAA schlock I've ever seen. It looked like they tried to make Guardians of the Galaxy woke. And I mean that in the worst way possible. There is a way you can make that work. They didn't do that way. And it almost looked like you could yeah, what I said, yeah, that's what I said. And it released, and I don't think it could crack over like 250 people playing at the same time.
Oh,
most AAA developers see a few million sales as a horrific failure, catastrophic failure, I might say. Do you know how many copies Concord sold?
how many?
25,000.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say 25, and I'm like, ooh.
I wouldn't be shocked. First of all, Sony issued out refunds for everyone. They were like, okay, everyone gets a refund for this. If you bought the game physically, bring it back. Bring it back. If you bought the game digitally, we'll just give you your money back.
It was that bad?
It got discounted like $1 within like a few weeks.
Oh my god.
They then shut down the servers. And like,
they are going down the route of Overwatch.
And so, yeah, you can't play it anymore because they pulled the plug, and they made it so that, and they delisted it from the App Store, from the PlayStation Store.
So even they're embarrassed.
And they shut down the fucking studio.
See, that I do feel bad for.
I do feel bad about that.
Because, like, I imagine that there had to be some amount of work that was put into it. Whether it the product looked like it had it behind it or not.
I will say, it does look technically sound.
Okay.
The models, like, everything works fine. The game functions properly. Everything looks, like all the models look on model. Nothing looks broken.
Mm-hmm. It's
just the most generic thing you could and also the character design just kind of look kind of ugly. Like, there's one thing I never guessed. Like, this game goes for a more realistic style, and there's like one of these characters that's like obese, like very very fat. And they're pulling off, like, all these, like, crazy, like, maneuvers and all these, like, like, running around the map and shooting things. And, like...
Eric, there was a woman running in heels in Jurassic World.
Yes. But you see... Okay, but we're talking about a video game here, not a movie. And you might think, oh, well, Roadhog is overweight and he does, like, crazy stuff in Overwatch. Okay, Overwatch has a more cartoony style. And you don't take it as seriously. This style again looks very realistic. So it looks a bit more grounded and makes you think like, they shouldn't be able to move like that. I know that I would get winded within like 5 minutes and then get shot down.
Oh yeah, by I think like American standards, I'm technically obese.
Yeah, me too. So, although that you probably could tell that.
Search up pyro inflation.
I have a good feeling about this. Ding.
Oh my god.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
We should probably progress in the game.
Nah.
XXA BYYBA.
What?
I pressed it too early.
Oh.
I was trying to rush through it, and you can't do that apparently.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was a disaster of cataclysmic proportions.
You know what I find funny is that like the legacy of Overwatch. Like, I'm not saying it would have gone down as one of the greatest games of all time. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like, it would have been remembered fondly had the devs not gone, in the way they did with it. With the sequel. Because, like, I feel like now, like, all people are going to do is look back at that game and be like, But,
yeah, I will say I was very sad that they did backpedal the story mode.
Oh, everyone was. That was the whole selling point of the sequel. The selling point that they didn't do.
That was the thing that I always get frustrated with hero shooters like that. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, all these characters look interesting. I want to know more about them. But, like, there's no story mode.
Well, also, you're talking about this game was trying to, like, emulate that and everything. I feel like the reason why, and it's not just video games, I'd say like in like all media and everything like that, it seems, because
wow, you really have to wait to do anything until it prompts you.
But no, it seems like, because all I hear recently is that people hate all the remakes and, rehashes, whatever they may be, but they still make a ton of money. Mm-hmm. So that's telling, these companies that, original bad. Don't try and make anything unique. Just rip something else off. And I've noticed that so many, like, once they find something that is, original or does stick, I'm not saying Overwatch was the most original game either, but you notice how after it came out, every game was trying to be Overwatch?
Yeah.
Just like how I said before. You notice how when Breath of the Wild was not the first open world...
in my head.
Breath of the Wild was not the first open world game, but it certainly, like, popularized that style of game for a while, for a period of time. And for that period of time, everyone else said, well, this worked, so we're going to make our game this. Doesn't matter if it's a good game or not. We're just going to, we're going to do what works. What sells.
Right. Which is one of the reasons why I like Nintendo. They do what they want. They do what they want, sales be damned.
I just remember after that game, after Breath of the Wild came out, I was like,
hang on.
Yeah.
Y-A. Oh God. Was
XXB.
BBA?
I think.
It was A. It's always fucking A! We've done it like 3 times, and it's always been A! When in doubt, press A!
but yeah, I just remember after Breath of the Wild came out, I saw, like, the new Sonic game. I was like, huh, that looks a lot like Breath of the Wild. And then the new Kirby game. Huh, that looks a lot like Breath of the Wild.
Did I ever tell you about Immortals Phoenix Rising?
No.
It's basically Breath of the Wild, but Greek myth. It's really good. I really liked it.
I mean...
That's half the reason I bought it, because I like Breath of the Wild.
I mean, and sometimes, on rare occasions, it works. Like, with Pokemon... What was the actual name of it? Like...
Pokemon Legends Arceus?
No, I'm not... I'm kidding. Pokemon is, like... Even... Okay, no. I feel like people liked Legends Arceus so much, like, I don't think they necessarily, like, heralded as a, one of the great Pokemon games. I think they liked it because they've had, what came before.
I think I feel like it's people heralded it as a good game.
As a good game.
It's
but
not like up, it might not be in the top 10.
Exactly. But no,
I feel like it's probably the best, like, Switch Pokemon game.
I'm talking about Pokemon game. What was the Pokemon game with Pokemon with guns?
Oh, Pal World.
Pal World. Thank you. Sometimes, on rare occasions.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Oh God. With an XXB.
Yeah.
B-A-Y-A-Y.
Great. Plug the replacement eyes into the open eye sockets. Well done. Reattach the ocular connector wires.
A-B-A. Y-B-Y-X.
Y-B-Y-X-X.
It is time to
Ah!
Is that it?
I don't know. Hang on.
commence testing phase.
You see?
Hang on. Oh.
At least they were relatively keeping the same pattern, just
Yeah.
going more and more.
Oh, okay.
That's it?
I think so.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, and that's it for this episode, too.
All right. We will see you guys next time.
Next time.